Welcome back to Fire, heroes. Before we dive in, there's one more thing about the map I'd like to point out. See, there are boilers on the second level of the basement. Right, now let's find the building's heating system. Here it is, on the 28th floor. It's one of the reasons the party hall is so cramped. I have so many questions for Scott right now. On the screen, the game marks the floors where the events of the episodes take place. Maybe we're locked from the other episodes because the locations will overlap. Look at this title, and later tell me what part of the episode it refers to, because I have no clue.
Scott, you haven't seen my grandchildren around here, have you?
A boy and a girl, right? No, I haven't seen them.
I see. I guess I should go check 231.
231? You mean room 231 in the hotel?
No, the coin locker.
That's right. My grandchildren were using that room. They might still be there.
Using it.
I'd better come with you.
That would be helpful. The fire shutters have been shut here and there, so it's hard to get through.
There are emergency ladders on the hotel floors. Maybe we can use them. Let's go!
So the only way between the floors with the elevators out and the fire stairs locked is through some guy's room. Okay. Why are there fire shutters in the fire escape stairwell anyway? Guess we won't be finding the kids in this update. Spoilers game. Or maybe they won't be among the survivors. Our attack is steadily rising.
Can you stay there? Over here!
That's the command system. Oh, and they crouch when you do. Wait. Scott, just how low are you bending right now? A comment to the very first video pointed it out that this game's plot starts very similar to the 1974 movie The Towering Inferno. Well, I checked out that movie's summary, and yes, this game steals a lot of its story from there. It even takes place in North San Francisco. Right, so where do we go here? Let's figure where a sane person would put an emergency ladder, and then go to the opposite end. Jacob's not joining us in the pool. Refreshing. Ladder not found. Let's check one of the other balconies. There is no way Scott would put a ladder in the bedroom, right? Okay. Fire Heroes doesn't do much to simulate the dangers of a real fire. I mean, there is the abstract stress level depending on the number of fires in the room, and there is being hurt by flames.
Wait for me!
Vicious potted plants. And not much else. I guess if you want to find some information about real fires, we'll have to look somewhere else. Oh, my Scott sense never lies.
Wait for me!
The axe is back. Apparently it's a plot-relevant axe. When you have a hammer, everything is a nail. When you have an axe, you need a fire extinguisher.
Stay there! Come on!
Yes, Scott can only carry one item at a time. I'll grab my old one. As we're killing this fire, the stress meter is gradually going down. Success. We're completely extinguished.
Can you stay there? Come on!
Jacob, could you not... Oh wait, I knocked down the door. Where do I go? Oh, I see it. This is a weak wall. Unfortunately, you can't break walls with your kicks in this game. That's why the game insisted I grabbed an axe. It should go much quicker now.
Yeah! Yeah!
Give it a minute or so.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Okay, only 30 seconds.
Come on!
No, I don't know why it slides down like a secret door. So from that weak wall, we know that Scott's building can be surprisingly solid. Except for when it starts turning into Swiss cheese. That's a bottomless pit. It does not take you to the floor below. You know, many people have offered their theories on what comes after death. According to this game, you lose 3 minutes. Jacob? Jacob? Don't tell me he went looking for a ladder. our items have returned to their original locations. This looks like a more relevant piece of equipment at the moment.
Over here.
By the way, jumping over pits and hitting the deck are different buttons. Can't get there directly. But apparently there is a way here. Ah, there it is. Yeah, we need an axe.
Don't run off without me.
TV set does not look good. Maybe there is another axe close by. There are only 2 weapons on the map, one of which is in the stairwell we're trying to get to, and the other one is our original axe.
Can you stay there?
I hope you appreciate Scott's ability to see where everything is on the map, because the other characters don't have it. So what are the other dangers the game doesn't really tell us much about? Well, aside from the obvious toxic smoke and gases, there is heat. Those of you who have played or seen Blackstone Chronicles know the magical effects of heat on the human body. For others, I've ripped some audio files from that game. So our expert is the ghost of Dr. Malcolm Metcalf. He is using degrees Fahrenheit though. Let's start at the summer heat levels, 32 centigrade.
90 degrees. The patient suffers heat cramps from the loss of fluid in his muscles.
Let's crank it up a little.
As the temperature rises, blood vessels near the surface of the skin dilate to increase heat loss. As the blood thickens, circulation becomes poor, the heart strains, and muscles fatigue.
And now we're going into the range of high fever, 40 centigrade.
105 degrees. Heat exhaustion. The body's normal chemical reactions become impaired. As oxygen to the brain is reduced, the patient becomes dizzy and his breathing becomes labored. This is the level at which brain damage becomes a possibility.
And for our last step we go to 54 degrees Celsius.
130 degrees. More than 10 seconds at this level will cook the patient's brain and cause heat stroke. The tongue shrivels. Vision grows dim. Hearing deteriorates. Bloody cracks appear in the skin. And death follows shortly.
And that's heat. I'll be leaving the wonders of hydrogen cyanide and carbon monoxide for later.
Come on.
Why can heat alone cause this much damage? Well, if I remember my high school biology correctly, at 40 degrees and up we're entering the temperature range for protein denaturation. Proteins are, very complex molecules our body's built out of. Thanks for the X game, very handy. Anyway, protein functions depend very heavily on their shape, their structure. And heat is one of the factors that can start breaking that structure down, making entire systems of your body fail. Essentially it's cooking, makes you easier to digest too, I suppose. Oh, There's a green triangle in front of 231. A victim. Sean is a victim and he doesn't know it yet. But no one can escape the prophecy of Scott's victim list. Come on. A plot door. Can't break them.
Mr. Clayton! Thank God you're safe!
God would explain that pit incident.
Have you seen my grandchildren? A little boy and girl. You searched this room, right?
I can't do this! I've never been in a fire this bad before. We've got to get out of here!
Shut up! You think I'm going to listen to a coward like you? I'm going in there myself!
Mr. Clayton!
Did the door open through Sean?
Donna! Kevin! Where are you? It's your grandpa!
Mr. Clayton! It's dangerous here! We've got to get to safety!
Shut your mouth, you coward! Don't you think of anything but running away?
Calm down, Mr. Clayton. Your grandchildren don't seem to be here.
Donna! Kevin! Your grandpa is here for you! Answer me!
Idiot. And Scott begins to vibrate. Zoom in on brown pants.
Hey, snap out of it.
What about Mr. Clayton?
Still possessed?
He's fine, thanks to you. Don't worry. But what about you?
You is with Paul.
I'm fine. You've got to get Mr. Clayton to safety.
I understand. I'll take Mr. Clayton to safety and call some firemen to come and get you.
Oh, but we're not done talking here yet.
Let's do as he says. We'll get you to safety first. Come with me.
I'm not going! You think I can just abandon a man who injured himself saving me?
He had it coming.
We can't help him by ourselves. His only chance is for us to get help. If we use the freight elevator, we can go directly to the fireman's base.
No lifts.
I'm sorry about this. You're a brave man. Wait here. We'll send for help.
Just don't go anywhere. Okay, let's backtrack. The freight lift door was the one I cracked open after I got the axe the second time. This game can get a bit drawn out with you running back and forth between the floors planned by a Resident Evil architect. That flame looks very lively, almost like a monster. The emergency stairs, the last place you'd want to be in an emergency.
Wait for me!
No. They can get left behind if you run too far ahead. There's a hole. Going by the health bar, Sean is doing pretty well.
Wait for me!
Floor 19, the second floor of the restaurant block. Oh yes, Scott will be hitting things harder now. By a pure coincidence, the fireman base is in the area marked as base on the floor plans.
Help! A young fireman's trapped under some rubble in one of the hotel rooms.
Very specific, Scott.
In a hotel room? Sean! I'll go help him. Can you lead me there? You stay here, and no more wandering off on your own.
All right, just save that brave young fireman.
Oh, we have lip sync. Lovely. Yes, we are going back exactly the same way we've just come here. This game has issues. I think Fire Heroes would have been much better off as a linear thing, without trying to recreate whole sections of a building. It doesn't really have enough mechanics to make backtracking entertaining to the player. What can happen, really? There are no monsters to spawn in, no additional changes to level geometry. Douglas. The only changes are a few additional fires. Like, say this fireplace, which is on fire. A room might become more stressful and damaging, I suppose. At some point you'll start wishing for some, I don't know, falling rubble quick-time events. I've just noticed that Sean is starting to feel the heat. Still plenty of time. I haven't tried Fire Heroes on a normal difficulty, but I suppose many things can be scaled in this design. The overall time limit, the death penalty... how much flames hurt you, how much stress builds up, how quickly the victims die. that gesture, Douglas?
Hold on, rookie. We're coming to get you. Help me out, Architect.
They have names, asshole.
Okay.
Captain, how is Mr. Clayton?
He's pregnant.
Thanks to you, he's safe. Now it's your turn to get out of here. Show us your stuff as a fireman. It's dangerous here. I'll carry Sean. Let's go. Follow me.
And here's another long undeclared loading screen. Just to remind you that I've cut 5 minutes of loading from this video. Finally. The two of them. Douglas is not good with names, I take it. Me neither. We're following the same route as before, but there is one complication. We can't drag Scott with us while carrying Sean. So I have to deal with this fire now. Scott, could you go and stomp on some fire, please? Okay, good enough. It's not like it will block the door the moment I look away. Ah, bloody hell. Scott was close enough to register as passing the door, even though he was blocked off. That moving fire over there definitely wants something. And they render it at much longer distances than the regular ones. The main trick to this game is knowing just the right path to lead people around blazes. With everyone picking their casualty up every time they pass a doorway, I'm starting to think they throw the injured in first. To check for something. Maybe mines. Why would there be mines in this building? Well, everything can happen with Scott Wilkins. Had the developers cared about pacing, there would have been a jump cut somewhere in this Sean rescue sequence. There were lots of them in the introductory chapter. Should I put it out? Taking damage to save time never gets old. Walking to that freight lift, on the other hand, Scott the call button? Just a couple more loading screens. There's the rescue drop-off point.
Thank you. I owe my life to you.
It was nothing. I'm just doing my job. But what about your grandchildren?
Don't worry, we'll find the children. Just concentrate on getting better.
And Sean begins to concentrate. "22 minutes? Okay. So anyone? Any ideas about the episode title? Next time, Scott will teleport to the basement, mysteriously.